Welcome to the bold analysis. And why I'm doing this video is something, a trend that we must call out in this country. And because of political drawings that does not make any sense. Yesterday, the country was shocked after a city lawyer, Kyalo Murder, who was a former political party's tribunal, disputes tribunal, was shot along Karen South Road.
A day after lawyer Kyalo Murder was shot dead by assailants on a motorcycle at a diversion along Magadi Road in Karen, Nairobi, investigations have gathered pace to establish those responsible and the motive behind the killing. Throughout the day, detectives from the DCI are said to have reviewed CCTV cameras near this area, analyzing the movements of Murder's attackers before and after carrying out the murder.
Mimi nilikuwa huko nyuma. Mimi nilikuwa nafanya shughuli zangu, kazi, whatever, vitu kama hizo. Then mwendo wa saa 11:30 ama saa 12 hivi nikasikia mlio tu ya mara mbili hivi. So mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa nafikiria ni exhaust ya pikipiki. Siku hizi wanatengeneza hiyo design.
The police are also reported to have searched Murder's vehicle, now under heavy guard at Nairobi Area Police Station, as they look for 5 spent cartridges and any other crucial evidence. However, it remains unclear whether detectives have also begun probing a video that emerged online just hours before Murder met his death.
I came to find out later through
the 15-minute video features retired Captain Kun'gu Muigai, a cousin to retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, naming Murder as one of the lawyers who once represented him in a case against a local bank, which he claims grabbed their family land in collusion with certain judges. In the video, Muigai insists that he not only possesses solid evidence to prove the judges took millions in bribes, but also has witnesses.
Again, we went to court, and I was represented by Professor Bob Kyalo, who is a renowned lawyer. And when we went to court, he categorically stated, "We are here, we want that judgment produced before court."
The judiciary, through its spokesperson Paul Ndemo, this morning issued a strong rebuttal to Muigai's allegations, stating no competent forum has ever found evidence of wrongdoing or corruption, and Muigai has not produced credible proof to substantiate his claims. Purporting to bring evidence after a number of the judges have long retired and others deceased, it is not only ridiculous, but reeks of bad faith, malice, and a camouflaged agenda. The senior counsel Bar believes police must investigate whether there is a link between Muigai's claims and the murder of Murder, stating the SCB notes that on the same day that Murder was murdered, a post appeared on social media in which one Captain retired Kun'gu is captured complaining about a 33-year-old case of his in which the late Murder was at some point his advocate. Is it a coincidence that he's then gunned down on the same day? Calls for speedy and thorough investigations have come from the Law Society of Kenya, which stated, "We are apprehensive that this has all markings of a predetermined assassination." The DCI has pledged to unravel the mystery surrounding Murder's murder, saying, and I quote, "The DCI is committed to ensuring that the perpetrators of this heinous act are brought to justice."
And of course, this really shocked the country. I told you that I was doing that. I didn't want to rush into that analysis because I wanted that when I come on camera, I come with at least some few facts here and there. And today, I was also in City Mortuary very early, I think around 9 a.m. We're trying to help out one of our friends here who had some challenges that side. And the body of Mbobu was taken to city yesterday. Of course, then it was transferred later in the day to another private facility. But ililala city jana. Now, from what the postmortem has established is that it was shot kwa tumbo and then the others targeting the head. So there were probably more than around 3 gunshots. The eyewitnesses have also made a statement and have said that the lawyer's shooters were actually using a motorbike. They're saying there were 2. So they shot the lawyer inside the car and vanished just like that. I choose not to be part of this team. There is a Facebook page I want us to look at, and I'm not profiling her. She's called Antonella. I really want to, let me just check so that we, is a UDA, yes, Antonella Kakuko. Is a UDA operative. And sometimes when these things happen, I normally pay attention to what is the state saying the other side. Antonella Kakuko is a UDA operative. I want you to look at this post. This is 22 hours ago. They made this post some few minutes immediately this thing happened. And this was in his post, Man Eat Man Society, what a cruel world, rest in peace, Advocate Kyalo Murder. In this screenshot, they grabbed a story that I want us to look at here. That Wafula Chebukati, Raphael Tuju said that if we accept the request to moderate the results or alternatively force a runoff, we will be adequately rewarded. Former IBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati names CS Raphael Tuju, former Senator Amos Wako, and Advocate Kyalo Murder as the team that visited him at 3 a.m. uninvited. Chebukati said that the team made attempts to interfere with the independence of the commission to be a party to subvert the will of the people. Now, when this narrative was brought, I saw a couple of political analysts, of course, lifting that and putting, of course, when they were analyzing, not analyzing, but when they were reporting, they were trying to create the link. And from this, there is also another post I saw that amongst those who visited were Raphael Tuju, this lawyer, Amos Wako, and also the CDF, Ogola, amongst others. So if we check, realize Chebukati is not there, Ogola is not there, then Mbobu was shot. Now, of course, in terms of establishment of facts, I don't think the said lawyer, when he was alive, he never denied. So we can assume, yes, he was part of that team. But after such a very sensitive murder, for the country to downplay it by creating the riddle of what happened in 2007 and 2022 to now, is probably looking to me as part of a smokescreen to make sure that the motive, the intent, the circumstance about the death of that lawyer is not pursued.
Sana kwa jina naitwa James Maluki. Mimi ni ndugu mdogo wa wakili Kyalo Murder, yule ambaye jana aliuawa Nairobi na wahuni. Na mimi pia ni wakili, ninafanya kazi Nairobi, na leo nimesafiri mpaka mashinani hapa kijiji cha Mayiani. Mayiani iko Mukaa sub-county, Makueni county. Huku ndiko wakili Kyalo Mbobu alizaliwa na akasomea Nairobi na akaendelea mpaka chuo cha UON, University of Nairobi, akasomea sheria. Wakili senior ambaye amefanya kazi miaka kama 37, na ni wakili ambaye alikuwa na ukakamavu wa kazi, wakili ambaye alikuwa mtu wa kutumainiwa, wakili ambaye alifuata sheria zote ambazo zimewekwa za mawakili za kufanya kazi, na alikuwa mtu ambaye amefanya kazi nyingi. Mbali na uwakili, Kyalo Mbobu amekuwa pia ni lecturer wa University of Nairobi. Kyalo Mbobu ameandika kitabu cha The Law of Evidence. Kyalo Mbobu amesomesha Kenya School of Law. Kyalo Mbobu alikuwa chairman wa Political Parties Tribunal na amefanya mambo mengi kama wakili. He is also a leading arbitrator na amekuwa akifanya alternative dispute resolutions kwa muda mrefu. Na sasa kile tunasema, kile kimefanyika jana ni jambo la kuhuzunisha sana. Wakili ambaye anafanya kazi yake na mtu ambaye ni wa kutumainiwa namna hiyo nimetaja, kuuawa na wahuni sio jambo zuri, na yetu ni kuappeal kwa serikali hiyo jambo iangaliwe sana, ichunguzwe, kwa sababu tunahitaji kuwa na freedom of movement. Tunahitajika as professionals, we need to do our work without fear of intimidation.
This is what I mean. And let me use a good example. When Odour was shot around the roundabout upon Daystar, just in front of City Mortuary, immediately that happened. The next minute, social media was awash with stories telling the country the way he was a bad man. Yes. The way, he caused violence, I don't know, he did what, he did. People brought his negative past. Immediately, he died. And I remember, for people who are dead followers of this channel, I raised that question and I said, guys, come on. The dead does not have the right of reply. And so, bringing up this at this point was not going to serve any purpose. And it was a smoke screen. And we wanted to make it look like it is fine. It is justified. But because the said man was this, so it is fine for this happened. And I remember analyzing and saying about the death of the MP, I said when Odour died, it is not about what he did wrong. It is about the circumstance of the killing. I come back again 2 months later or 3 months later asking and saying this. We are in a heightened political season, high octane. The lawyer or a lawyer, looking at the nature of work, is interacting with the cases of high and mighty. And the nature of work is also a risk. But as a Kenyan, as someone sitting somewhere, would you think it is cool? It should be normal. It is something that should just be taken lightly, that the same manner a motorist, someone using boda shot an MP and killed an MP in that busy roundabout, The same manner of murder is what has been executed in killing the city lawyer. And all the country is talking about at this point is that one incident. Let's say, some have also argued that, I don't know, some land case, not land case, some people have also seen arguing about something, but I don't know, some Kun'gu Muigai case. I don't want even to go there. I don't believe all that. So I want us to argue this way and ask, if the lawyer went to Chebukati, probably about the results moderation, when did that happen? 2022. So what is the effect? Siraila is even in government with William Ruto, yes. Chebukati is not even there. Really, I fail to see the correlation between the IEBC meeting between Kyalo and Chebukati with this matter. Unless someone wants the country to lessen it, to look at it from a shallow perspective. And no, it's not disrespect to my fellow analysts. But I look at that and I say, from this desk, that is a smokescreen. And the country at this point, and I will like saying, there's something I like questioning. If that is a lawyer, how about me? How about you? How about him? And how about her? And I realize this has been a trend. Do you know the fellows that were arrested to be around on the West did all that? Where did that case go? Yes, investigation is going. So what? What next? What's going on? We have normalized highway killing. There's no report of any robbery that was done. No report of any robbery. But we've normalized this, and instead of facing the fact and asking the right question, I want to say this. Sorry. The killing of that lawyer is not, we don't have, personally, I don't have the range to analyze it in terms of cases that was doing of this or that. That is not within my range, because that is not in the public space. So we cannot analyze what is not in the public discourse. But what we must question at this point is the security of this country at this point. Kesho, it will be someone else. Will you start saying, my case isn't then? Will you bring those manner of excuses? And that is why I'm saying, and I'm repeating once again, we must get it right. Because if we don't get it right, then it is a fire that can consume any of us. So why is it a trend? Is it always a trend that when such high-profile executions happen, the state and those responsible, I'm a bit not comfortable with the response of security agencies. Yeah, I'm not very comfortable. I've been following up. Who even went there yesterday? Amongst the security guys in this country, who went there? Did you even see the Nairobi Regional Commander said? Did you see, the response is not, to me, really, the response is not satisfactory. And as I said, we cannot trade such executions very casual. We can't afford that. The country has come from somewhere, And these things don't just happen in isolation. I've seen all manner of we condemn. All manner of press releases, we condemn. Then after condemning, then what? Maybe I've even had President William Ruto condemning. Now they're saying that thing, the beneficiary was Raila. If results were to be, edited, these and that. Have Raila posted anything about the death of that lawyer? That is why let us pull out the politics in it. And let us also pull out the motive of saying, cases here and there. Let us look at it in the terms of Nairobi security. If it is normal that assailants holding guns can shoot someone kwa barabara using motorbike and escape, what happened to the plan to make sure that our roads have the CCTVs? What happened? What happened to the plan that CCTVs should be erected in all these major roads? It is something that should be considered. The security of the city. My second interpretation about this is, and just like we said in Ongondowere's murder, it cannot be done by just some pedestrian assassin. No. It cannot just be done by some pedestrian assassin here and there. No. It has to be done by someone, and I said someone, who knows I can get away with it. Like assassination is not something you just say I'm going to assassinate. So you must know how you are going to get away with it, because if it is murder, it is murder, and that is going to be jail time. So this trend of trying to create small screens and red links could mean that maybe there is something we're protecting. And I know the other fact they're protecting is the public uproar. You need to ask this question this way. Why do you think Albert Ojwang death caused protest, but the lawyer's death did not cause protest? The public was not in it. And the public has been made to believe, oh yes, he's a lawyer. Kuna kesi alikuwa anafanya. Yes, he's a lawyer. It has been made to believe it is normal. Well, in real sense, we are actually courting a big disaster. I say again, where is the ring of these assassins that can execute such to do this motorbike and get away with it? Instead of talking about that, the country is busy talking about an IBC meeting. The country is busy about which case. Even if, yes, there is a follow-up about case of whatever, because yes. But they should be, and I've been saying, the ease of murder is a loophole that makes the populace very vulnerable to the hands of the assassins. And that, really, we are into a political season where young people are getting into politics. And the current breed of politicians we have, their tenure are not secure. If you're making it easy, then how many eliminations are going to happen?